Hey, how y'all doing? It's Sharonda, and hey, how y'all doing? And I'm here today, of course, per always, or mostly always, to talk about some books. So let's get into this thing, shall we? All right, so I'm going to be talking my June TBR. Most of these are ARCs because I got caught up, and now I have to catch up with reading these books. So there's that. I have two for the podcast that we decided to read for the podcast. And then, of course, I have some personal reads. So let's get started with this list. But before we do, now I won't be giving a description of any of the books, but mainly the ARCs, because with the ARCs, I already did a video. I will link it in the description box where I already talked about these books and I gave a brief description of them. So you can check that out if you so choose to. And also, I did want to do like a TBR for this month, a TBR jar for this month, but I guess it's just not feasible because most of these ARCs, well, all of them that I am reading for this month are going to be released in June. So that's not going to happen. And also, I probably won't be able to do one because I'm really excited to do a TBR jar, but I really can't do one for July or August as well because all of the the ARCs that I have are being released within those time frames. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll just do one for. Yeah, probably not because I really am like a mood reader, and most of the times I don't really have like anticipated reads, anything like that. I really am like that reader that, I just go on Amazon or pull up my Kindle app on my tablet and I'm in the library or in, the Kindle store and things are being recommended to me. And like if the cover draws me and, and if I read the blurb and I'm interested, that's generally how I'm obtaining my books. And, also I have recommendations from, readers that I trust. So yeah, maybe one time this year I'll be able to do a TBR, but we'll see. But yeah, right about now it's not looking feasible. But yeah, so let's start with these books. So we're going to go on with we're going to start with Innocent Intent by Casey Mills. Then I have Isabel and the Rogue by Liana de la Rosa. I'm actually reading this one now. So far so good. Then we have One and Done by Frederick Smith. This is a queer Black romance. I have One Cursed Rose by Rebecca Zanetti. And then lastly, for the ARCs, I have The Night Ends with Fire by KX Song. Now, this particular book is actually being released in July, but, again, we got to get this ball moving. So, yeah, let's get this ball moving. So I don't really be having no time to be sitting up here talking about I need to wait and all this other stuff. Like, no, that's not going to happen, right? So now I'm just going to go ahead and move on over to the books that we decided to read for the podcast. All right. And we have, I'm just looking up the books, y'all, so just bear with me. Okay. So one of the books is Office Mates by Rachel Van Dyken. And we decided to also go with a Nana Malone book. And it's going to be Takeover by her. It is an arranged marriage romance. And this is the first book in her Kings of the Boardrooms series. So it should be, we have some interesting reads. One is a novella length. Office Mates is a novella length, and Takeover is pretty much full length. So, you know, we shall see how this goes. So now I'm going to go ahead and move on to my personal reads. This book is a highly anticipated read for me. It is Starcrossed, Enemies to Lovers Romance by Shae Sanders. This is also the second book in her Jackson Brothers series. If you have not read the first one, I highly suggest you do that. And I'm also currently reading this one, and right now it is doing what it needs to be doing. Okay, it is very much doing what it needs to be doing. And then I'm going to read A Phantom Affair by Kimmie Farrelle. This is a paranormal romance, and shout out to the author for giving me a copy of this book. Very excited to check it out. And then last but not least, I decided to take on a Magna series this month, and that will be I Will Train You, the I Will Train You series. Okay, two things why I jumped on this Magna. First of all, right now all the books are currently available in Kindle Unlimited, and it's only 3 books. But listen, Magnas in these light books with these romances and stuff, they be expensive, you know what I'm saying? So thank you to this company and to this author for letting these books be available through Kindle Unlimited, because child. And yeah, so, and then the next excuse me, and then the other reason why is also it's you know, when I was reading the blurb, these books seem a little bit spicy. So, you know, look at this cover, you know what I mean? So we shall see. We shall see. I'm just hoping that they're good. I mean, most of the times when I'm reading Magnas in the light books or whatever, I'm really not running into, you know, any issues that I necessarily don't care for, you know what I mean? I mean, there are some issues, you know what I'm saying, especially sometimes where the female characters are way younger than the male characters, but you know, for the most part I'm enjoying reading them. But yeah, not to say that there aren't any issues, child. I'm lying. So yeah, it seems like it's going to be a pretty decent month. I will be putting up bookish thoughts for the ARCs that I am reading. Probably not all of them, just the ones that, you know, I read and I'm just like, oh, I got to talk about this, you know what I mean? But yeah, I will be putting up bookish thoughts for a majority of the ARCs that I have, and I will be doing definitely doing bookish thoughts for Starcrossed, and we're also going to talk about it on the podcast as well. But more than likely, you're probably going to see video bookish thoughts here first. But yeah, that is it for me here. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend, and I hope your week goes wonderful as well. And until the next one, later days. Bye.